Hello and welcome to this Pearson Primary History Unit briefing. In this video I'll be taking you through our unit on Roman Britain. The study of Roman Britain is a statutory national curriculum requirement which states that pupils in Key Stage 2 should study the Roman Empire and its impact on Britain. Non-statutory examples of areas of study include Julius Caesar's attempted invasion in 55 to 54 BC, the Roman Empire by AD 42 and the power of its army, the successful invasion by Claudius and conquest, including Hadrian's Wall, British resistance, for example Boudicca, and Romanisation of Britain, sites such as Caerwent and the impact of technology, culture and beliefs, including early Christianity. This unit explores most of these areas, carefully balancing breadth and depth of study. It takes pupils from the birth of Rome to the downfall of its Western Empire, with particular focus on the Romans' impact on Britain. So, let's take a closer look at the work booklet that pupils will complete as they move through this unit. The booklet begins with a knowledge organiser, which is split into 4 sections: a timeline of the key events which are covered in this unit, key vocabulary, important people, and the Romanisation of Britain. Each of the 6 lessons is framed around an inquiry question. It may be helpful to share this question at the beginning of the lessons to frame the learning, as well as ending the lesson by having pupils jot their key reflections in the learning review column here. Now, let's take a closer look at each of these lessons in turn. The first lesson asks, how did the Roman Empire become so successful? Pupils will learn how Rome began as a monarchy before becoming a republic and finally an empire. The extent of the Roman Empire is shown with these maps, including the territory gained through the Punic Wars with Carthage. An overview of the social structure of Rome is also explored. Lesson 2 asks, how did the Romans invade Britain? Pupils will learn that Emperor Claudius succeeded where Julius Caesar failed, defeating the Britons with an organised, disciplined and well-equipped army. However, we'll see that the Romans allowed the tribal leaders to retain power as client kings. The famous rebellion of the Iceni tribe, led by Queen Boudicca, is also explored. Lesson 3 asks, how did Britain change under the Romans? This will include an exploration of Roman towns, writing, roads, and the introduction of Christianity following Constantine's conversion. Lesson 4 asks, can you plan your own Roman town? Pupils will have the opportunity to explore further some of the features of Roman towns, such as villas, forums, baths and aqueducts. Lesson 5 asks, which factors were most important in the fall of the Roman Empire? As well as being introduced to Byzantine, the Eastern Empire of Rome, pupils will weigh up whether running out of enslaved people, attacks from the barbarians, the arrival of the Huns, the introduction of Christianity, or the empire becoming too large was to blame for the decline and fall of the empire in Rome. And the final lesson, lesson 6, asks, how far do you agree with the following statement? Life for most Britons didn't change much when the Romans came to Britain. Pupils will have the opportunity to sum up everything that they've learned about the Romans through an extended piece of writing, and a suggested planning structure with the prompt questions is provided. This unit gives pupils a solid grounding in some of the key knowledge associated with the Romans and their time in Britain. But their impact can still be seen in many places across the country. This makes the Romans an ideal unit to weave in some local study, and you may wish to extend this unit to include visits or study of local sites. We hope that you enjoy teaching this Pearson unit on Roman Britain and your students enjoy learning all about it. The video ends here.